talk to kids all the time. They don't like school. They don't like teachers. They tell me all the time, I don't like the teachers. I don't like the school. And there's a reason they don't like it. We are not aware that you have a policies that's set up so that once a child is absent 2 times or tardy 3 times, they are now given a referral. After 2 referrals, they are now escalated to the next level. There's no positive reinforcement for anything. There's a great deal of negative. A lot of the discipline issues are being taken up with the money rather than going toward fine arts, which would keep kids interested in school. If your money's going toward the negative, not toward the positive, then the kids aren't going in the right direction, even though you may be spending what appears to be more money per child in a poor district. So that's a real problem. The federal money that the schools receive right now, especially with this No Child Left Behind conversation, which they started something called AYP, Annual Yearly Progress. You understand there's a double standard with that also, that a school can be passing the state standards and failing the national standards. You can actually have a school doing acceptable, above acceptable, almost exemplary work and still not be making annual yearly progress. So there's a balancing act that the schools have to look at when they start talking about, are we going to get the federal money? Are we meeting federal standards? But then when they start to fail AYP, the money flows down to help them. They have to do things like character development for kids, et cetera, et cetera. But the problem then is the school systems don't have character development programs that have any success tied to them. So you got to have a program in place, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to put in place. So they've got to be able to do a character development issue or a plan, but there's nothing there that they can go back and say, well, we're getting something out of them. I find this to be the dichotomy of education in poor districts. Here's the bad part. If the kid does really, really well, your funding gets cut off. Therefore, you can't continue to do what you did to get them up to the point where they were doing really, really well. That's a problem. Because once you cut the funding off, if there was something that was working, then that goes away. If a child pushed another child, suddenly they're in the system. After 1 or 2 pushes, which is what kids do, the next thing you know, the child is in the alternative learning center, getting ready to go to juvenile justice, which is going to cost them a great deal of money because now the parents caught up in the legal system. And that's what happens. The education actually winds up being detrimental to a whole family. A lot of people are not aware that the parents are being made to pay a great deal of money that they themselves don't have, which keeps them digging out of a hole. And it's an upside. It's a catch-22 situation. I don't have the money. I can't take care of my child properly. I can't take away from school. I'm going working 2 jobs to make up for it. Now you're taking money out of my pocket for a discipline issue that was caused by a child just doing childish things. We're talking about the finances of a family. If you have a family that's living on $30,000 a year or less, you're taking 5% of their actual income. And by the way, $30,000 tax, that's before tax money. So you're probably taking away damn near 10% of their monies to do something that in most cases, a child being a child. And then you wonder why the spiral starts downward for those kids and why parents have a negative feeling about the school system. It literally is hostile. I was in that system. I was that kid. It still exists. I've seen it with these kids in the hallway. I've seen the way they talk to them. I'm in the schools. They talk to these kids as if they're less than. Why is it when I hold my hand up for A, an answer, or B, a question, I am never called on? And the only time you call on me is when I avert my eyes from you. Because you know I don't know the answer right now and you want to embarrass me now. You want to impugn my self-esteem right now more so than any time else. What we haven't told these young men and young women who are in a hostile environment, being thrown out of a classroom is never a win. Going to jail, there is no win there. You cannot win in jail. There is no win there. I said, but you know what you got to do? When somebody doesn't like you, force them to give you an A. Force the teacher that you know that doesn't like you to give you an A. I said, throw the smile on them, baby. Because when they lay that 100 in front of you, and you look at them like, yeah, I got this, and you don't even want to tell me the answer. That's the win.